The jurors in Rod Blagojevich's retrial recently found the former governor guilty on 17 of 20 counts. And one Naperville resident found herself at the center of one of the most notorious trials of the decade. NCTV 17's Michelle Corliss shares her experience.
Just a week before Connie Wilson retired from her job as a choral director, she received that dreaded piece of mail. She was summoned for jury duty. Wilson followed former Governor Rod Blagojevich's first trial, so when she learned she'd be serving on his retrial, she felt overwhelmed.
We knew what the outcome was. We knew that the jury struggled with what they were dealing with. You don't know why. You know, that's just it. And you don't see inside of that until you get in the process.
Wilson receives 3 newspapers a day to her Naperville home. But as a juror, she couldn't read articles or watch news stories about the Blagojevich retrial. Her family would edit the paper for her to help keep her as unbiased as possible.
If something was on television, you have to leave the room. Don't come in here.
The general public only saw short segments of the trial. As someone who saw it from start to end, Wilson had her own memories from the trial that stick with her.
Rod was on the stand and went after him with "You're a convicted liar." And oh my goodness, they really woke the jury up because it kind of changed tactics. You saw a very polished, kind of a business-like prosecution, and all of a sudden they were on the attack.
A wife and mother herself, Wilson says one of the hardest parts of the trial was reading the verdict as Mrs. Blagojevich cried in the courtroom.
Everybody had that feeling of, here's a family. But in the long run, you have to be responsible for your actions. And he had to be responsible for his actions.
Now that the trial's over, Wilson hopes to get back to her retirement plan. She wants to do some cleaning and spend some time in her garden. Reporting from the city's south side, Michelle Corliss, Naperville News 17.
Wilson says by serving on a federal jury, she has a new respect for the American legal system.